This morning I shot two videos on how people often fixate on cigarettes after they quit. And what they do is they focus on how much they want a good cigarette. And that's the only things that they think about are cigarettes that they had in the past that were really good. There's some people, though, who rationalize taking a cigarette with the idea that it won't be a good cigarette, but because it'll be a bad cigarette. This is what they say. The truth is they're probably fixating on a good cigarette at the moment in time that they're saying it. But what they're doing is, I addressed it a little bit in the emotional stage of loss video on bargaining. There'll be some people who say, well, if they take a cigarette now, it'll be so bad. It'll taste so horrendous. It will make them feel so sick. It will make them nauseous. They remember like the first cigarette they had in their life that had these horrible side effects. It burned, and it made them nauseous. It may have made them throw up. It made them dizzy. They had all these horrible reactions. And now they'll say to themselves, oh, if I take one now, it'll do that to me again, and that'll help reinforce my resolve to stay quit. Well, there are people who will take that cigarette and have those reactions. We'll get nauseous. We'll throw up. We'll get dizzy. We'll have these burning sensations. It'll be terrible. And usually within 24 to 48 hours, they've had another one, and they're often back to their old level of smoking. Sometimes immediately, even though the first cigarette was as terrible as they imagined it would be. Terrible or not, it kicked the need for nicotine again. It put them into a state that if they didn't have the next ones, they were going to be in withdrawal, and sometimes a full-blown withdrawal for the full 72 hours. It could happen that way. Then there's the times that those people who, hey, maybe they believed when they were saying it was going to be horrible and that would help reinforce their quit, and they find out that it's a really wonderful cigarette, and now again, they're stuck smoking. It doesn't make a difference if the cigarette that you take after you quit was a good one or a bad one. Doesn't make a difference. The issue is it kicks the need in to feed nicotine addiction again, and then it causes you to be a smoker again, with all the consequences that go along with being a smoker. Those consequences that got you to quit in the first place, because smoking became so irritating on not just a physical level to yourself, but to your whole environment, the people around you, to the expenses of cigarettes. The package deal of being a smoker became so irritating to you, you wanted out and you got out. And because you rationalized that, again, one way or the other, in fixating on a good one or on hoping it was going to be a bad one to help reinforce your resolve to stay quit, it doesn't do it. It just reinforces the addiction and the need to smoke. To avoid ever being stuck in that trap again of being a smoker, desperately wanting to get off, remembering the good times when you didn't smoke. To avoid ever being in that state again, it's a matter of sticking to the personal commitment that you hopefully made the day you stopped, to never take another puff.